Hi guys, welcome to the Music B&B. I am Callum and today we are reacting to an artist known as Andrew Forsyth with an album called Look Down Sky. It is out on all streaming services and it is a written, pieced together album that took a year and a half to do. If you like this, I'm going to link down below some links to the album so you can check it out for yourself. Let's dive into it, shall we? Look Down Sky. Already interested. I mean, the album looks good. Its genre is pop, apparently. Our first song is called Ethereal Gaze, and it's an intro track. I wonder what we're going to get. When I was a young boy. I always hear that note, and I'm like My Chemical Romance. It's the millennial in me, I'm sorry, okay? Oh, okay, speeding up. We're speeding up here. Whoa. What a grandiose way to start. It's very nice. It's very sort of dreamlike sounding. You've got falling kind of chords coming in. You've got an almost Legend of Zelda-esque MIDI pipes here. It does feel very ethereal. There's some interesting track naming going on in this album, so I'll point out to you as we go along. Okay, whoa, this is big. This is like Day in the Life by the Beatles' big piano sound. I'm wondering if we're going to get vocals. I think so. I think we've got parental advisory on the album there. Could be wrong. Excuse me. This is an intro, bit long for an intro. Anything between 2 and 3 minutes on an intro is basically more like a song these days. I'm waiting for the next thing now. I'm ready. Just have this sort of sense of wonderment, you know, like looking up into the sky and just like the enormity of everything and the insignificance of one small person. I'm getting that feeling. Especially when I'm looking at the album art. Whoa! Oh! Now that was a cool transition. That was the ear candy all over there. Was not expecting that. This is number 1. Or yeah, I or 1. I think it's 1. Walk to Me. No, it's I, isn't it? Yeah, it's I. So now we're on track 2. This is I, Walk to Me. Okay, we've got vocals. Getting 21 Pilots kind of vibes here. This is very experimental pop though. I'm liking the alternativeness of it. Would love the vocals to be a bit louder in the mix, I think, so I can hear it. I'm just going to pause here because the intro is so long. I was starting to think this was like an instrumental album because there were no vocals on the intro. I think if you're a solo artist and you're trying to introduce yourself, there needs to be some form of vocals, especially in your intro track, just so that the average listener who's never heard you before can go, okay, I'm getting the picture right. Maybe it was just some spoken word stuff in the intro. Could have maybe made Ethereal Gaze more of an introduction to you as an artist. Perhaps. I can just raw sound in my ears going on. I think the vocals are alright, they just need to sound fuller, I think. You've got them kind of ampy kind of texture to it. What's going on with these vocals, man? They sound mad.
And the days became a nighttime, a symphony of my sorrow, gaze out to you.
Says left, right. I like it.
The mess I made, self-influenced haze, I walk to you.
Right. Might not be, but that's what I feel it's saying. Would be nice to have maybe a higher octave sung by the vocalist. Counting up those days. You know, doubling those vocals up, layering them.
In the dark, I gave way to my tongue sway, shoved me down the drain. I walk to you.
There's some really nice piano work though so far in the intro and this track.
Fuck a break, I don't get you what I get, how you get people to think they get you. I'm upset cause I fell for it.
I'd say from the artwork I wasn't expecting the vocalist to sound so violent. This is a very like nice, bright, ethereal picture.
I'm just a puppet and you never let me grow my wings, I walk alone.
It does feel quite 21 Pilots at times though. Maybe grandson. It's cool. I just feel like I need something new towards the back end of this song. A new layer, something else extra added that's going to be of interest to me. Yeah, it was left, right. I'm loving all the transitions. So this is II or 2 anchor. Nice warm kind of organ sound here.
You had me drifting 1,000 miles from the shore. You set fire to my instincts, and I wanted to die right there. You were supposed to hold me down, 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 down.
Nice. So I'm just not a fan of the vocal effects. It needs more mid-range, I think, to it.
You were my anchor.
Or maybe there's a bit too much reverb. I think it needs drying up. Perhaps that's the problem. Oh, that sip's beautiful. This reminds me of like the Mario 64 water level. This is totally like swimming underwater kind of music in a game.
You let me drown when I gave you my oxygen. There wasn't a sound. This is the type of game you play. What did you gain by making me lose my world? I didn't complain, just accepted unfortunate fate. You were supposed to hold me down, 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 down.
And the beat's quite grimy, like UK grime. UK like 90s R&B beats.
Down, 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 down. Down, 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 down. You were my anchor, and you left me in the dark.
I think the reverb's a bit too much. It's very like Andrew singing in a different room to where the instruments are. That kind of feel, I think.
You left me in the dark.
My wife just distracted me then or something. Still listening. Come on, I want that drop. I want that drop again. I think this is my favourite so far, Ranker. Oh, no. Interesting, like gradually more violent synth coming towards me. Perhaps a bit of a drawn out exit to the song. Perhaps it could have been quicker. We kind of got the idea, didn't we? Okay, this is the I number 3 slides. Nice bass there, that's a nice bass. Good bass.
I'ma take the slide down to the level of your playground. Listen to that bass sound, hit you with that 1-2 punch and make you stay down.
I wouldn't say this is pop music at all. I'd say this is alternative. Perhaps alternative pop. Hints of like rap. Nice. It's nice though.
Doesn't matter though.
It feels like the vocals are much more of an afterthought than the main feature. And I think more the main feature is the instrumentation. Very chill beat.
If only you would let me ring like Big Ben. All you gotta do is text me. I know your feelings like I need to set free. I'm getting tired of being your bestie.
So I think this album, the next song that's coming up is called Checkpoint 1. So I think this album is intro, 3 tracks that live in their same world, a checkpoint. Then we've got 3 tracks as well that live in their same world. Then we've got a checkpoint. And then we've got 3 tracks that live in the same world. And that's the end. So I'd be interested to see what these other tracks are like after each checkpoint. Oh, I love this bit. I wish I had more of this actually. Like if this was 3 times throughout this song. Could have been used as like a chorus or hook. That's what's missing from a lot of these songs, is maybe a chorus, verse, chorus, hook kind of thing. Not necessary, it's not needed, but something for a listener to just like hold on to and remember. Right, this is checkpoint 1. It's called Plague. Sounds plaguey. Oh, it's very plaguey sounding. Dystopian.
is the collective realization that one may forever shun us, guiding us along a winding trail that is no end but that of a ship. Thus being doomed to our face.
We're going to end up in some sort of post-human nightmare here.
Pray for a cure to the plague of the 9 months that's upon us, longing to be freed from the shackles that were forced onto our wrists. Before one walked away, the key just out of reach. And yet the world turns at the same rate it has for all time. To halt it for just a moment wouldn't kill, right?
I'm not too sure what any of those words said, but I don't know if you're supposed to understand it. We've got reversey blub blub stuff. Blub blub. Ouch. That was noise. And then crickets. Interesting. Yeah, very experimental stuff on this project. So this is this next section of our album. It's in 3 songs, but for some reason 2 songs are on 1 track here. This is Chariot, and number 2 is Buffalo. I'm wondering if I'm going to be able to hear the transition of when it's Chariot to Buffalo. We'll see. Because it's 2 songs together, it ends up being over 5 minutes long. But hopefully that shouldn't mean I get bored. So far, quite a long intro. Wait for lyrics. Don't make me wait this long. Don't make people wait a minute to 2 minutes for words.
You rode away in your chariot, made of gold, as the sunset fades away.
Okay, this is Gorillaz now.
That's a cold in the palace of my youth.
I like it.
My feeling and bury it.
Chariot's killing it. Just a bit of a long intro. That whole 1 minute could have gone.
Lonely again, but don't
All you need is like 10 seconds intro. Get to the point.
I'll get through this.
I'm opposed to ducking bros for fucking hoes, undisclosed to the public. Wine old trifle, my wallet it won't close. I publish my thoughts in a gloss sex house with a box nest classless to digest these refreshments. Then confess nonsense. Use me.
It's alright. I think the lyrics don't really match the tone of the music, to be honest. I was thinking more like experimental lyrics, not your typical go-to misogynistic lyrics, you know?
More than an alcoholic, so I always find myself under your influence. My flow's continuous, I can't stop. Relations ambiguous, I'm conspicuous. If you're a many ways to leave me, I'll play. Love your company.
I mean, there shouldn't be the typical go-tos anymore, to be honest. We're in 2023.
10 moves ahead and you keep catching on automatically. I mean, it's tragic. We had all the chips on the way, and I say at the end of the day, I would stay if you stay. Or the prices I pay for my way to be yours is a game that I
away
play.
in your chariot, made of gold, as the sunset fades away, and nothing can compare to this. Nights are cold in the palace of my youth. Take all my feeling and bury it. Death foretold. I can stand it.
Yeah, throughout this, lyrics have needed to be like louder at the front of the mix. Maybe doubled, one in each ear, left and right. Make it big full sound then. The lyrics are good. I mean, the singing's good. I just want to hear the words. I think this is the transition to Buffalo, isn't it? It's that big sound, kind of reminiscent of track 1, Ethereal Gaze. Favourite song so far? Still probably Anchor. That's definitely a favourite, but I did enjoy Chariot. Maybe that's a close second. See what happens with Buffalo. Wondering why this wasn't a track on its own. It kind of ruins the overall look and flow of the project.
delicious skills. I say living in them, got a house in the hills. They want beef like a patty. I ain't talking
It's sort of like getting UK like dance vibes from like 90s, 2000s kind of vibe. It's very cool.
And then I call up my girl, and then I tell her what's up. And you wanna come over and fill up my cup. Take you for a twirl. No ballerina. You know that we up, you know we corrupt. And I keep that sticky and taking some rub. And put it in a rush, but you get slow. She's from Mississippi, and she got good love. We split it up like a Forrest Gump. She my little dog, she my little bug. Tell her the bitch she wanna have sex with me. I'ma be honest. To be honest, the sentence I cannot construct just from neutral around in my mind turns to buck and my knees.
I mean, this is a head bop. I hear this in the club, and I really enjoy it.
So just to be honest, boy, I know that you know you've run out of luck. I'm not from Buffalo, stick with the bills. I'm not from Buffalo, stick with the bills.
I think Andrew's over-relying, perhaps on vocal effects, which are good to a point. But at times, you can tell it feels like it's just a mask for their real voice. And maybe it's a lack of confidence in that area, perhaps. But that track, it would have been cool to have a feature on someone, rapping over it. Someone with a lower voice. This is Postcard.
See me hop in my car, bet you wanna take a picture. I come as an already about it in the scripture. There's a bar and she's sweeter than a Snicker. But she didn't fit the clothes, so I got up and then I switch her. Triple case so exotic, gotta get a bumper sticker. Send her a postcard, let her know that I miss her. Sipping on some purple, call it my elixir. I knew that I would be here, it's exactly how I picture.
So the project starts with this kind of like ethereal sound of almost like amazing like sky, big grandiose thing, and it has it at times, and it's amazing. And then it goes into like these sort of standard like rap hip hop things, which are fine, but I'm not feeling like a theme or a context between these tracks. Like Chariot Buffalo and Postcard aren't really in the same world, so I'm not sure why they're grouped in threes like this.
I'm just trying to see it before you can perceive it anymore. Just trying to slide when I look in her eyes. It takes me to paradise. Should I say that shit right? For sure I really mean it. Never mind, just back.
See me hop in my car, bet you wanna take a picture. I come as an already about it in the scripture. There's a bar and she's sweeter than a Snicker. But she didn't fit the clothes, so I got up and then I switched.
Man, it's a cool beat, it's a cool track, but it feels so out of the world of the rest of the song that it doesn't feel like it belongs.
Call it my elixir. I knew that I would be here, it's exactly how I picture. Just broke me like I don't apologize. Let me say that twice, I will not apologize. Let it roll like dice, snake eyes, big ties, little guys in the hands of the boss. I'm a man that's not love slides, like a knife, bed, cold bed, ice, let me do nothing less. Keep it up with my prize, no fish, I'm a fool to you. Just whack your boy to you. Sit my lip and pray you notice the little things do for you. Your blick on my hips, just in case a man trying to make my wish come true. I'm all you shit, this curtain friends can sacrifice the two. No beat the next time, cross the path, that's where they gotta shoot.
Yeah. Postcard is a cool track. Really nice track. Really good beat. It hits hard. Just feels like it's its own thing. It's not really a part of this album. We're on to checkpoint 2. This is called Praise. Dirty, man. I'm still a lover of dubstep after all these years. I love a good wob.
As reality sets in, bones and ashes are all that's left. shadow, faith in the unknown, hope when all is lost. When this hope is found at last, we may be able to find a way out of this endless maze. Maybe the answer isn't right in front of us. Maybe we need to expand our gaze. So look down to the sky above, or the heavens roar this so-called praise. Time will tell.
Okay, I could hear those lyrics better. Yeah.
Tell.
Almost like crying out. Harmony singing here. About to enter the third trimester of this album with the track Sitting on the Cliff. See where it takes us. Interesting, hard hitting, and then suddenly soft. Left, right, left, right. Okay, callbacks. We got callbacks.
You're walking around my planet. What will you find?
Sounds nice, but can't hear the lyrics.
Something familiar.
Can slightly, but it's kind of like you have to really focus to hear the words being said. It's just that's kind of point there where it just needs to be boosted slightly. I can be like, I'll hear it.
Where are you going? Bound by the constraints of time. The path you take is winding, guiding me blind. How will you prosper? Will this match up with your design? You drove me to the edge, a deadly decline. And there I was alone, walking that line.
These lyrics seem more fitting for Andrew Forsyth, I'd say, than some of the other lyrics. And it feels like the other lyrics feel more like a trying to be someone, or like someone in that genre, trying to be someone in that genre rather than just being unequivocally them as an artist.
Sitting on this cliff without you, wondering if I should let myself go.
This is nice.
Voice fades out to black.
It's a Andrew, I think, is being an Andrew here.
Stop my mind
And I'm hearing more of like a lyrical progression rather than a lyrical afterthought. Yeah, more of this. Bit of a long one too. And there's a lot of waiting around in this one. Actually, if this was played slightly faster. To wait like 4 minutes for this to kick in. It's asking the listener a lot. This is nice. This feels like Zelda Tears of a Kingdom if it was like brought into 2023 and had like, you know, futuristic cool music. I feel that that's the kind of song I could listen to while diving through the skies in Tears of a Kingdom or something. Which if you haven't played, it's a very good game. This is called The Citadel. So maybe we'll see Evil Morty. Okay. The one thing I think I have pointed out a few times is long intros. It's cool. This is where someone should be coming in with the rapping. Okay. Liking this. This is great. This is really good. Okay, we've got a nice verse, we've got a hook. I like that. Andrew doubling up with the lower voice in the second kind of chorus thing. Good. It would be cool here if it was also joining in as well. I need to break all the walls in my citadel. I need to break all the walls in my citadel. Favorite track. Favorite track. It's got order, it's got structure. Oh, it's slow. I'm a vocoder, okay. Nice. Yeah, bring it back, bring it back. I'd love to do a feature on this track. We needed more of Andrew in this. More rapping, more parts to it. It was cool. I liked it when Andrew sung in it. We kind of needed a second verse as well there. Citadel is killing it though. Whole choir. I need to break all the walls of my citadel. I need to break all the walls of my citadel. You know, something like that. Would have made it even more grandiose and powerful. God, I had so many ideas for that. That was a great song. So cool. And we're on to our final track. This is called Look Down Sky, the title track. Sitting on the cliff and the Citadel kind of felt like they were in the same world. I felt more of that same world probably in the first group 3 of songs and maybe the last group 3 of songs, but not the middle group. Long intros, man. We need to get to the point quicker. I mean, it's okay to have 1 or 2 songs like it, but not every song. There's that grandiose sound that I was getting through out of it. And a lot of songs have kind of followed this, which is nice. There's tried to be some sense of flow, some kind of organisation to this, which has played off in some aspects and hasn't in some others. And hats off for making a wonderfully, beautifully interesting, eclectic, mixed album that didn't stagnate at any point. Hats off for that, definitely. This is the first album of Andrew Forsyth, and there's so much promise for such interesting and unique albums to be created here that are so out there and different from what's been made from anywhere else. I think something needs to be worked on, either drying up those vocals or perhaps the room that the vocals have been recorded in. Perhaps try and find the driest location to record with. But these are the clearest I've heard the vocals actually at times. Feel like an exit, and I like how it bookends from Ethereal Gaze, the intro to this. It works well. What's this noise coming? We've got the glitches again. Okay, so that was Andrew Forsyth with Look Down Sky. I'm going to rate it on 5 criteria, each giving a 10 out of 10 in every area of the criteria. and then give an overall rating. I explained that so poorly, but anyway, I'm going to give the flow of the album an 8 out of 10. I thought overall the album flowed together very nicely. There was some sense of theme, some sense of trying to wrap things up. I did enjoy the kind of checkpoint things when you're looking through. You're like, oh, okay, there's a checkpoint coming. I'm expecting there to be a rest from the vocals, perhaps, and then it comes back in with different feelings for each time. But I think Postcard was one that didn't flow or felt like a kind of an outsider to the album, and perhaps didn't belong compared to the other ones. Lyrics of the album, I think I'm going to have to give the lyrics a 6 out of 10. From what I could hear from the lyrics, there was some really poignant and beautiful lyrics being made, like in Look Down Sky or Citadel or Sitting on a Cliff. Those were the last sort of 3 songs, but those lyrics felt like more like the real Andrew Forsyth, and the other lyrics felt like lyrics that were created for that genre, with some quite outdated kind of vocabulary used in them. Artwork, I think I'll give the artwork an 8 out of 10. The artwork is wonderful. I love that picture. I wish I had that as my album cover, and I think it portrayed a lot, but not all, of the music within the project. So I see that and I think big ethereal sounds, and I got that in a lot of the pieces, but some felt like they didn't belong, like Postcard. Production, I'm gonna have to probably give a 6 again, mainly due to the vocals not being mixed well enough or sounding like they're in a different room to the rest of the instruments. At times as well, I thought, I know it's all MIDI instrumentation, which is fine, but sometimes it was too cheesy of the MIDI instrumentation, like the sort of Zelda pipe sound, for example, which is fine if you intended that. For me, it just took away from like the grand sounds when it was kind of like, oh, here's some MIDI strings, and that can be really hard to do, trying to get like a string quartet to play some things for you, or get a pipe player, when you're a bedroom producer, is kind of impossible. And then singing, I'm going to have to give the singing probably a 6 as well. The singing that I heard was good. I was surprised with how hidden it was in the mix, because Andrew can sing and he sings really well, and he has some great knowledge of structure, harmonies, the way melodies can go. And I wish they were louder so I could get to hear and meet the real Andrew Forsyth. Okay. So overall, if I had to give a rating to this album, I'd probably give it somewhere between the 6.5 to a 7 overall. So this is fantastic. This is probably the most promising thing I've heard this year. There's so much in this to unpack, and there's so much potential in the future there for Andrew Forsyth. So if you like this, make sure to tell me down below. If you didn't like this, make sure to tell me down below. As long as we're talking about the music, that's what's important. Links are in the description, so do go check them out. And goodbye, I guess.
Oh, I say.